Run on planet. I'll shine lighter. I'll shine lighter. Pass the lighter now. All right.
See, and greetings everyone and welcome back to another episode of Sports Chat and all that. We're back, you're back, and of course we give thanks for that. And I BSC and I Adrian to the right.
My lord.
You don't know I my lord in the house. And then we have special guest to my left on camera, number three, I guess. Yeah, I don't know it.
Sir.
Let me
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I
All
was
day.
major in the building. I say much respect, and grandiose love to the universe and all who dwell in and above in the universe.
Of course, I Major. It's always good to have I Major in the house. You know?
See?
It's always
Yeah.
a special thing.
All
And
right.
then we have an extra special guest in the house to the left of I Major. You want to introduce yourself, guest number two?
Jomo, diplomat.
Jomo Diplomat in the house. Big up Jomo
See?
Diplomat, scene.
See?
Ah, it's a pleasure. See, you
All
don't know,
day.
you know.
All day.
A lot of people will go like say, a long time we have bred Jomo apart. See that?
In the house.
I don't secret, right, people? So, yeah,
Our
man, our
family,
family.
family.
See,
Family.
stop going like say, right?
See?
So,
Yeah. Well, this episode we want to talk about the Kyrie Irving thing and everything will go on in the comments. You see what happened. Kyrie Irving went out there and like him endorsed a movie and actually posted the link to the movie and endorsed the book.
mhm.
And there were a few things I guess that triggered that off. I don't know, who wants to start. We want to start. My lord, what you have to say about this?
No, for real, but before you do that, you don't know, so it's all about sports chat and all that.
Of course,
You see me, I say, but come like a part of the all that section. And you know, so you have to big up the fans and air condition.
every time.
All the viewers and subscribers, you don't know, you have to keep bigging them up and love the energy and the support.
Every time.
Just
Feel
Of course.
so subscribing and hit
See?
the like button and
See?
hear the thing.
You know what I mean?
Everybody can participate and you know what I say.
This
Yeah.
is
Real join the vibes and left some comments and
word.
we
Oh,
can adjust and where we can focus more.
yes, sir. That's all I'm
Pointers,
There I have it. Need to say more. Just hit the like button, share, subscribe, spread the love, right? That's what it's
Yeah,
all
sir.
about.
True.
Exactly,
For real, but as y'all was saying, damn, about the Kyrie thing, damn, I don't even know where to start, but damn, how many times I'm gonna say that?
Free. We have time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, damn, I can say it too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, cause you know, the Kyrie stories are kind of sticky. It's kind of
It's coming like it's an ongoing thing with Kyrie.
yeah, that was
Exactly, right?
They're always speaking on that young man,
Right.
They're always speaking on that young man. You think so?
Well, are they always picking on him, or does Kyrie put himself in a situation all the time? It seems like.
You see, what you take on that, brother Joe?
Well, everybody have to be an individual,
Right.
And if it was somebody who just unseen and out of public eye would be an even bigger problem. So I mean he's doing what he need to do for himself, which is living his life. A 30-year-old young man.
Yeah.
Right. Which I'm sure none of us have a problem with somebody living them life. But I think it's a time and a place for everything is where it come down to in my opinion. I don't know
You see the thing
if you
about
agree with
it,
me on
you
that.
see? I think me and my lad have a conversation on that.
Uh,
You see, a lot of us, and with no apology, a lot of us are too much of a pseudo type of brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna style us in anger, but we're too pseudo. You see our youths them, if you
Mhm.
check your son,
hmm
them youths is not that pseudo type of youth. They're well learned and they're very intelligent. You understand? So right now, this youth is not gonna come out here and be bootlicking and all of that crap when they have true factual knowledge, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on. See, the way the system is set up, most of these things that people are running with is a narrative that's pushed by a certain elite people who control certain medias. See, so they push a certain narrative and expect, see, these young men because they paying them an extra amount of money for a job, a work, something that they do. It's not like they're giving them nothing. They provide a service and they have to pay for the service.
So do you think that's the issue why Kyrie came out with those comments and
He's a grown man. And who made that movie? Who wrote that book? It's selling on Amazon.
he's
People
probably
want to
selling more
research.
now after
So why would they jump on Kyrie when that movie been out there and they have nothing to say? The book's been out there, they have nothing to say. So if Kyrie read a book or he watch a movie and he want to share the link to a movie that he watched or a book he read, why should it be a problem?
Mm.
Well, I guess it's the content, not even the context, the content of what he shared. Well, I guess yeah. So I guess the it's alleged that it was an anti-Semitic book, right? And the movie is anti-Semitic, right? To go along with it, and
But a lot of things that is promoted in this time could be anti-African. You understand?
yes, that some people and certain groups might find offensive, right? I mean, yeah, each group of them right? And so,
Yeah,
you know, every
no,
one of them right for exist, right?
yeah,
But
everybody
that,
have a right
not,
to.
not, and I'm not disagreeing with your point saying that, you know, is a young man that have something to say and should be able to say what him have to say.
Mhm.
But also, you have to be aware that isn't it, when you say something, there also could be consequences to what you say.
Well,
But
You know,
well,
yeah,
yeah, but it's not about it's not what he said because he didn't say nothing. All he did was post a video that they
okay,
said
right.
okay.
from a
Okay.
video from
He said
whatever. He
nothing.
didn't say nothing.
Nothing that I read this in the book and this is what you should have. Wait. He just posts a book that he might read or he might buy and find interesting or a movie that he watched. He didn't say nothing about what happened in it. They took it to that level and you know what I'm saying? Pushing this thing out here and they promote it.
But it's a movie that a certain group finds offensive to them.
But there's a lot of movie
Yeah, of
that
course.
people find offensive.
Yeah, and would
And we may not watch and really, but can we stop other people from watch that movie?
it's not stopping other people from watching
Can
it.
we stop
It's about going out there
the
on
movie?
a platform and promoting it. It also has to do, I think, with workplace rules. I mean with the New Jersey with the Brooklyn Nets, New Jersey Nets.
Yeah, I think
You can't go out there and represent the company and make certain comments, right? Hereby, that's why you see even a suspension, I think.
No, you see, bro, this thing is, these people think that my people as African supposed to be staying in their lane and know their place. And that's why I use the term that our younger youths, our sons and daughters are not gonna become these pseudo kind of people like they're pushing for. Seeing if we can go and highlight and push these things and have these things in the media, let me just go out and live and say, why don't they come about and push and talk about Brett Favre stealing $6 million from the welfare department in whatever state what certain people supposed to be getting?
Uh,
Isn't that a bigger thing?
who produced the movie? Which who?
They don't care about that. They just want to pick on Kyrie.
No, but I mean, I'm saying who put the movie out?
The
What?
movies on Amazon.
Amazon, right? So
Jeff
you know,
and say take that down.
but one thing I heard,
You
yeah,
saw what I'm saying,
yeah,
bro?
yeah.
Let's say no, bro. You can't have this on Amazon making money off of it.
I heard Jay Will.
Book on Amazon making money off of it.
Yeah, I heard Jay Will say that's the only one guy I heard say something about that was real. That was, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Only person I heard say all everybody else on all these other outlets.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Jay Will was the only one I heard say like, nobody, you know what I mean? They should, nobody talk about, Amazon or, you know what I mean?
No,
All right, so we seem to be like
So,
we seem to be focused on somebody's right to say what they have to say. So let's see what really prompted these comments from Kyrie.
what prompted the comments from Kyrie? You don't. It's the ongoing feud with Kanye West and the J guys. And
I
that's
think we're alleging that,
alleging.
because that happened so recently,
Right.
and it's such a close parallel.
Right.
Everybody put it together.
Right.
But in fairness,
Hmm.
two separate incidents happened.
Exactly.
And it happened in the scope of a wide audience. So
Exactly.
naturally it is linked in the public eye.
Right.
To be fair, each person did their own thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And to be fair, everybody has the right to their opinion on the situation.
Which I understand that.
Exactly.
They link it, like I said, there's a set of people that they want to keep in their place. I feel those set of people, which are African people, is supposed to stay in their lane.
All right, can I address what you're saying? I don't have a disagreement with what you're saying.
Mhm.
I just want to classify it because Classification is really one of the most important things here. All right, the biggest argument is okay, what was said. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're going to have a lot of different groups, and a lot of different groups have their voice and are allowed to have their voice. And so this movie came out on its platform for the different groups that are going to, because you're going to have groups that
That,
dig it and bring their
exactly. Right, right, right.
and you're gonna also have groups that are gonna go critique it
Answer this.
and look at it. Maybe college professors will come and deal with it one way. You know what I mean? So what happens is knowledge is not gonna be the same for everybody. Everybody's history is not gonna be the same.
Exactly.
We all don't need to be in agreement.
Right.
The question here is why for him was it different?
Exactly.
And do you think it's because of his history, though? I don't know if
Of
it was
whose
history. You
history?
think it's because of his history, his whole, I mean,
Of Kyrie's history.
right. I mean, why they get on him for that?
Of his behavior.
He's a bit, you know what I mean? Because remember, just remember from he was with LeBron in Cleveland, then he went to Boston, and then he left from Boston. He was in,
Yeah,
you know, he came to the, you know what I'm saying? And you before he come to, yeah, he was in Brooklyn. He's in Brooklyn. Remember the COVID? He didn't take the
I mean,
he didn't take the vaccine. Remember there was a problem that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
an ongoing,
Well,
you know what I mean?
what I would say, he's a force to be reckoned with. So when you meet somebody that's a force to be reckoned with, you're gonna reckon with them. So at different points in his life, he's highlighted. So you have to say then yes, it is because of his history. But then again, it's also because he has a lot of people that's following him.
Right.
He's a very influential guy.
Right.
He plays at a very high level in a very high league.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, this whole situation to me is not like a civil rights moment, right? I mean,
No,
yeah,
it might not seems to be like a civil rights moment, but I keep going back to like there's a certain people that need to stay in them lane and don't outstep them bounds. You understand? Because I keep saying this because there's so much other athlete that do so many things that it will not be talked about and the media will not jump on it and push it out there and they will not get suspended or penalized or have to be paid back the money that they take from other suffering people. You know what I'm saying? There's so much things that's happening out there that because these people are not of the I wouldn't say color, but the African descendants are African people. They do not get put into these categories, and the media don't take them and plaster their way of life and what they're doing out there. You
Yeah, so,
understand?
so what you're saying is he's a victim because they're monetizing him.
Yes, he's a victim.
And that
Victim.
does
I
make
would
sense.
say the
Something
victim.
you said earlier and you repeated, which had me thinking. You're saying that this new generation coming up, they're growing and they're evolving, and it just put me in memory of a very well-known biblical thing that say you can't put old wine into new skin. And so, one, I would love to see a survey put out and opinions. How does the younger people feel as a category? Is it that is that evolution where because he's a very young man, and yes,
And that is what the problem is now. Because that's why I use the term because some of us are so pseudo. You understand? Our youths are not like that. You understand? So they are trying to cap our youths way of life, opinion, and their knowledge into like how they have us. You know what I'm saying? And Sir Malls and people like that who suck up to them and bootlicking people. You understand? These younger youths are not going that way, bro. They are too intelligent for that. I keep saying these youth get paid for a service, okay? And they're using the fact that they get paid for a service like to control their life, their opinion, their thoughts, and their thinking. I understand that, yeah, you sign a contract and some things that you do or say might be offend the team or cast the team certain spotlight or you know what I'm saying. But I don't think that because you're under contract, you understand, you cannot do something in your personal life or share something in your personal life as simple as a movie that you watch or a book that you read, and they don't take it up and make a big thing out of it. Like Basie said, they take this and blow it out of proportion and then make this movie and this book more popular, more money than anything more than Kyrie just
Yeah.
post it on his
Yeah.
thing. But they are the one who go and make a big thing out of it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Let's flip the script here and say, let's say a white player in the NBA, right? Come out and say, hey, go watch Birth of a Nation, right? Great movie. Here's a link to it. You ever see Birth of a Nation? Anybody?
You never go watch it, me probably don't be interested.
When you get a chance, see Birth of very racist movie promoting the Ku Klux Klan, basically.
Mhm.
How would you feel that was flipped on the other side? A white player in the NBA did that.
Good point.
Post it
Post that link.
that
Yeah.
link.
If they post that, maybe, for example, you've seen that movie. I've never seen it. Have you ever seen that movie, JB?
No, but I mean, it sounds like a very interesting movie.
What?
The top.
Birth of a Nation.
If
Check
he
it out.
comes out and he says it's a very interesting movie,
Mhm.
so like a very interesting movie.
Mhm.
And I think going in and watching it, everybody's gonna draw something different from that movie.
Exactly.
And so I really respect that point. I also respect a lot of the points that you made, but particularly when you were saying that him saying this is not something that is revolutionary or life changing.
Exactly.
It is a simple statement made that was blown up that has nothing to do with any movement going on, anything. You know what I mean? For example,
And like I said, I'm not trying to cut you off. It wasn't a statement made. It was just a post. He just proved that it was a post. You know what I mean? He didn't say
even more
you know what I mean?
mundane than that.
So-
Yeah, but that's the world we live in now. The social media where everybody going on.
So
Yeah.
That's why I go back to say, BSC. That's why I go back to say, man, it's like they are trying to keep these young Africans to tread a thin line. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you go with a microscopic or a microscope to go through this to come and blow it up? You know what I'm saying? Because he just post a link. He didn't say nothing.
Again, nobody has answered my question yet. As far as how would you feel if the shoe were on the other
If
foot
the shoes was on
and
the
a white person, a white player in the NBA,
say go and watch Birth of a Nation.
posted
Say,
it to that,
just post it.
how would you feel?
Well, if I haven't seen Birth of the Nation, you know what I mean, I never watch it. But if I go,
Well, yeah, I guess it's hard
go and
to.
watch the movie.
Right.
If I go and watch the movie, then I will have an opinion. Right now, what Kyrie posts, we never watch the movie. I never read the book.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? I say, I never. Do you ever watch the movie?
No, but I know a certain people is
Do
getting
you-
offended by it.
Anyone?
Somebody is offended by it.
Any question here?
No, and
What I want to ask is this.
Uh-huh,
When you say go and watch Birth of a Nation,
uh-huh.
and Birth of a Nation is what it is,
Right.
does that reflect my, or in that case, his
No,
opinion or
no,
position?
no.
No,
I mean,
it's-
everybody will form their own opinion from the movie. Exactly.
Rhetorically, now, right?
Mhm.
When Kyrie posts this thing,
Mm-hmm.
how much do we know about his position?
uh,
Well, yeah,
That he thinks, obviously, he thinks this is something worthwhile. And he,
Well taken. Yeah, point well taken.
inside his mind.
It could be an innocent post from him, right?
but the others took it the way they want to take it.
Then take it
And
And they're doing
throw it out
doing
there,
this, yeah,
and
we're
they find
about this.
you feel me?
This is being talked about in the streets. Everybody I've heard talking about it. I say, the movie. What do you know about it? Nobody
No.
knows.
No.
But they know Kyrie Irving. They know what's going on. They know that monetarily.
They know what Kyrie.
image.
Yeah, they know what Kyrie.
Again, he's being slandered.
Mhm.
They know that he's a very good professional.
Mhm.
They know that he's somebody that takes a stand. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And we need people like this. You know, Kaepernick was bad guy until he became good guy, and he goes on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's why I keep coming back to this, man. These Africans, they figure they need to know their place and tread in a narrow lane.
Well, I
I
think
think that's what it is.
uh,
Just like my man said, no. Because he said go and watch this movie, or he posts the link for the movie or the book. You understand? Do you know what he's thinking or how he feels? You know what I'm saying?
right.
Just like I said, if a Caucasian guy say go post the link for Birth of a Nation and Ray, that doesn't mean that's how we feel.
You're right.
And
You're
then-
right. You're absolutely
I don't want to
right.
forget. Sorry, I don't want to forget. But you think just like what you said, go with Birth of a Nation and blah blah blah. You think that's movie is an insulting movie, just like how it's an insult, just like how the post that Kyrie posts about that movie is insulting to what causing this problem right now. I
No,
don't know if
Birth
that's
of a
what,
Nation.
I don't know if that's what I'm saying.
The general
No, I'm just wondering. Sorry.
masses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what,
Birth of a Nation is basically a movie that promote the clan in a nutshell.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Though.
And make black people look like monkeys.
Right, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Though. Just like how the post that Kyrie posts about the movie that he watched, and it offends to who?
It's offensive to somebody, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the
I
reaction.
don't know why them find offense to it.
Yeah, and the reaction. I guess, just like I said, I never seen the movie, but I heard they talk about, Hitler and blah blah blah. I don't go into that junk because bro, those people is like zero to me. You know that. You know what I'm saying? In so many words, I don't get into certain garbage. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess because he's in the movie. I guess they say he's in the movie and other stuff. But I never seen the movie.
Who's
I
in the
don't.
movie?
I think Hitler. I think.
Yeah.
In the movie that Kyrie post?
I think so. Or some. I hope I'm not wrong, but
No.
they said.
They
They said some of those. It have to do with some of those stuff. If I'm not wrong.
Based from what I'm understanding from the little information I had, it sounds like it's more about the Hebrew nation or the Black Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where they say, well, and he's anti-Semite because he's saying that the narrative is or the history of the movie or the book is more promoting like the Hebrew Jews and stuff like that, and like the the Jewish people, the Ish people now are not the true chosen people.
Well, yeah, well, we all know this.
So that's where they say now he's
yeah.
anti-Semite. So even Kanye now is saying it's impossible for an African to be
anti-Semite.
when they are the true Hebrew.
Right.
Now,
Well, I love you saying that before I even make the point. The reason I came on this panel with this topic
hmm
is because I think it's a very important. You see how we were saying why? Why is this topic important?
hmm
Why do they choose to blow this up?
hmm
No, this is one of the few places now where you see the media itself, the machine itself, trying to put two victimized nations seemingly against each other. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all well and good. We're moving on. We're living in a time in a place where we're all trying to be evolved. You know what I mean?
hmm
Kyrie, he's of Australian background, which I think is very important.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so he's not. He's coming from a particular school when it comes to thought.
Right.
When it comes to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Being an evolved person,
Right.
so to
Right.
speak, when
Yeah.
it comes to
Exactly.
race
Yeah.
relations.
Right.
And so when you have something now that is seeming to want to put the black nation and the Jewish nation at odds, does this cut it?
No.
Does this cut it?
No, it's so funny. No, you're right.
Does it really cut it?
Yeah, and it's so funny, bro, for real. I feel you. And it's so funny. And I'm saying, though, all them rap song, my lad, all them rap song where them make and all them rap song and all them celebrity and artists will make all them different song and call name and call niggas and bitches and hoes and them call every other name. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, though, me no know now, me no know which word I'm living in the mind.
None of these producers are Jewish, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
exactly, right? That's who making the money off of the music, right?
the one who got this contract,
Right.
you never hear they come up and say, well, this is anti-African.
Right.
Right.
Violence against black
Yeah.
people. Promoting violence against African. I'd rather say African.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's degrading style of color. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all different shades. We're African.
Yeah.
Okay? No, promoting violence against a woman, calling them bitches and whores.
Mhm.
You understand? Gangster and killing each other and
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
all the
yeah.
above, bro.
It's all negative.
It's all negative.
Negative. I'm talking about, you feel me?
Exactly.
Anti-African. But you ever see any of them come up and stand up and say, no, we're not supporting this music and we'll not play this on our platform and we'll not sign a contract with a young African who promoting violence against woman and man.
Yeah, because all this is the green. That's all this.
So that's,
That the only way they're getting signed is when they sing these particular everything. You know,
Yeah.
we all know there's a lot of people making good music. You know what I mean? Very talented people out there, but their stuff is not just getting heard.
You ever hear Kanye West singing anything about wars and bitches? You ever hear Kanye West promoting violence against brothers and sisters?
No.
Never.
No.
No.
See? So don't think he's well liked or he's well loved. You understand? Because he's an exemplifying for the young black youth them to look at him to realize that none of these gangster rapper has achieved what Kanye West or had achieved without delude himself, without, you know what I'm saying, bringing himself to a lower standard. You know, none of them, all these so-called thugs and gangster and all these from the this different black and who promote themselves as being on a prison black and you know what I'm saying, none of them has achieved what he achieved. Okay? None of them have achieved what he achieved, and he didn't dilute himself or sell out the talent of hip hop for that. He didn't. So they don't want him to be an exemplifier for the younger youths them that are coming up to say, youth, you don't have to go this way. You don't have to talk about killing each other. You don't have to call your sisters whores and bitches. You don't have to. Jesus walk. You know what I'm saying? See, there's a lot of positive development and positive music that you guys can create to uplift each other. See, that you can change the trend. You know what I'm saying? That is causing destruction on our nation, our youths. You understand? To lift them heads up, to develop and take the African nation on a higher path.